Recording in progress.
Are we ready? Miguel. Okay. All right, let's go. All right, everybody, good morning. My name is Russ Means. I'm the Minerals Program Director, and I'd like to welcome you to the kickoff meeting for the 2025-26 rulemaking for both hard rock and construction materials. Today, our objective and stuff is just primarily to outline our process and stuff of what we're looking to do and stuff over this next period of time. All of our meetings and stuff are actually scheduled for an hour and a half. However, this one probably shouldn't take that long. And if we need more time and stuff, certainly we can continue up with that. So as we get started, I'm not gonna worry too much about introductions and stuff. There's a long list and stuff. I can't see everybody there, but I have Jeff Fugate, the division's Attorney General counsel and stuff here, and I think Elliot is online and stuff. And that Elliot is a staff member and stuff who has been monumental in helping us and get some things squared away so that we can get this process moving. And then there's other staff members and stuff here and stuff that have also helped us stuff along the way to get to this point. So just some rules. This is a really informal meeting today. So please feel free to, when I get into the PowerPoint presentation and stuff, if you have questions, raise your hand and Cami will flag that so that, and we'll stop and ask questions as we go along. And then we'll go from there. I want a couple of points and stuff before we get started. We are recording this on YouTube, so that if you miss a meeting and stuff over the course of the next couple of months and stuff, that you can actually, we'll post this and stuff the next day on our website, and that we'll get into that a little bit more and stuff there. Everything will be on the web, our DRMS website, and so that you can go back and look at that for reference. Also understand and stuff that as a matter of transparency, any comments and stuff that are formally sent to the division and stuff and that regarding edits, concerns, or anything like that, those will be all on a spreadsheet and stuff where everybody can go take a look at those. If you want to have a private conversation and stuff with the division, I'll touch base on that here in a little bit and stuff as well. So, but just be aware of that you know, we're trying to be as transparent as possible as we move through this process. So one of the big things and stuff is that if you wish to meet separately, that's not a problem. As we move forward in these, we have meetings that are going to be going once a month. But if you would like to have a separate conversation and stuff with the division on certain issues or whatever, we're certainly open to that. You just need to email me and I will be more than happy to set up a date and time with you and stuff for that conversation. You'll notice the stuff that we use the term tentative a lot in this presentation and stuff, and that's by design. You know, our schedule and stuff and that will depend on the progress and stuff that we're making and stuff with all of you. So the most important thing and stuff is if things get done quicker and stuff, then certainly we can accelerate our time frames and stuff and go into the formal process a little bit sooner. Also, though, if we need more time for discussions and stuff to try to reach consensus or at least get to a point and stuff in that where we all agree to disagree and then that's fine. The most important thing is we want to be making forward progress. So tentative it is, and please keep checking the website periodically and stuff and that for updates and stuff on the schedule and that as we move forward. You'll notice and stuff in that in our notices in this informal process that there are each meeting and stuff in that after today, we're going to bifurcate where we'll have minerals, construction materials on one in the morning and hard rock in the afternoon or vice versa in that. The reason for that is that we're trying to maximize the stakeholders' time. If you have issues and stuff and that are in one or the other, then you're certainly free to sit in on any of them, but that'll be your call and stuff if you want to sit in on those. But you may not have interest in stuff in certain aspects of the rules of stuff that we're dealing with in either hard rock or construction materials, and you can sit that out so that you're not having to sit through those particular sessions and stuff in that for nothing of interest of yourself. So with that, just be aware of that, and also note that if we are moving along and like say we're doing rule 1 and 2 and we get through that in a half an hour, which I doubt seriously and stuff on rule 1 and 2, but if we do get through it and stuff, we may start tackling the next one and stuff and that. So but we're going to try to stick to that schedule as best we can. So, and again, check the website and stuff. We'll keep that up to date and stuff as we move forward. So with that, if there's not any questions and stuff, I will dive into our PowerPoint presentation. And again, if you have questions, please raise your hand. And then also at the end and stuff, we'll be talking about, we'll have a Q&A and stuff and that stuff too. So with that, I'd like to get started. First, I'd like to point out our new logo and stuff in that. The division is going to be celebrating 50 years and stuff in 2026. Our regulations went into effect in 1976. So we'll be celebrating 50 years as well as 150 years as a state and 250 years as a country. So again, my name's Russ Means. Most of you probably already know me. So we're going to talk a little bit about rulemaking. Today's objective, we're going to talk about what's driving the rulemaking, the processes that we have done in the past. We'll talk about the tentative schedule for the informal stockholders meeting and stakeholders meeting, and then tentative schedule for the formal process. So what's driving rulemaking? As some of you know, the division ran a bill this year, Senate Bill 2554, which was called the Legacy Mining and Modernization Act, and it was signed by Governor Polis on May 16th, 2025, and it goes into effect on August 14th of this year. And then we're also looking at the inconsistencies between hard rock and construction materials rules. So some of the key components of the Senate bill is the creation of a 110R hard rock permit. That's for reclamation only. It's kind of a scoop and go for cleaning up legacy sites. It also removes some antiquated financial warranty types in both hard rock and construction materials. And it also sets a threshold for use of property and water rights and stuff and that for bonds. So and then in regard to the inconsistencies between the rules, over the last several years, actually the last 10 years or so, we've done several or a few rulemakings and stuff, but they've been specific to hard rock or construction materials. And what that's led to is some language and stuff that's in one and not the other. It's what we're trying to do is make that consistent and kind of pull in what our actual processes are and stuff in that when we're doing certain things and stuff like temporary cessation, other things like that. So we want to make sure that it's more clear for not only the public, the operators, but also for staff in that, so that we're not having to remember and stuff the differences and stuff that have been created through that. So that's a lot of the big lift there. And also we're moving forward with some modernization and stuff in that, specifically with e-permitting, electronic submittals, and financial warranty processes and those kind of things. So those are the things and stuff that'll be the focus of it. And certainly we're wanting to hear your conversations and your comments and stuff on that. So in the past rulemakings and stuff, what we've done, and it worked out really well, and that is having an informal process where we have these open meetings and stuff where we have discussions and work on the rule drafts. And then we move into the formal process that requires us and stuff to follow Secretary of State and other state law, CSR 24 and stuff in that to promulgate rules. So The informal process involves groups and individual stakeholder meetings to review the proposed rule changes. We have discussions and stuff, maybe make edits or and flag concerns. And then from there, the process and stuff is dictated by statute, as I noted, and it has required deadlines and that. So that's a little bit different. So for the informal process, the division is set a tentative schedule, and it's actually posted on the website, and it may have been part of your email blast and that to all operators and potential parties. So as noted, tentative, as we noted here at the beginning, if more meetings are needed, they will be scheduled. And if less are needed, then the schedule can be moved up. The goal is to gain agreement and consensus amongst the various stakeholders before entering into the formal process as much as possible. And at that point and stuff, and that will identify points of contention and stuff and that to maximize the board and all parties' time. So our goal and stuff in this informal process is to have final drafts ready for presentation to the board with a focus and stuff on the conversations and stuff that need to be had and acceptance and stuff of some of the things and stuff that everybody agrees upon. So our tentative schedule and stuff for the informal stakeholder meetings and stuff is today we're having the kickoff meeting. And from there, we'll, like I noted, we'll bifurcate. We'll have construction materials meetings and stuff from 10 to 11:30 on the following dates. They're the fourth Wednesday of every month and stuff going up through October. And the same thing for Hard Rock, and theirs will be in the afternoon from 1 to 2:30. With a hopefully we'll have a final combined meeting and stuff on October 22nd to discuss the final drafts. By design, we're not going to have any meetings and stuff in November and December. It's holidays. It's tough enough for staff, operators, and other stakeholders to try to make those kind of meetings and stuff. So hopefully we're done at that point and we can start the Secretary of State notice process and stuff in December for going into the formal process in December or somewhere along close to those timeframes. So in the formal process, for some of you that haven't been there, final draft hopefully will be ready in December for publication. Pursuant to CRS 24-4103, we have to publish in the Colorado Register a statement of basis, purpose, and purpose, as well as the proposed rules and stuff with the Secretary of State. The rulemaking hearings cannot occur earlier than 20 days after the publication date, but there's no date, as long as it's not before 20 days and stuff and that, then we're free and stuff and that to schedule these with the board and stuff as we're ready to go. At the hearing, the board can accept the rules as we present them. They can propose changes based on testimony and concerns, and they take a final vote and stuff to promulgate those rules. So the final rules, after the board has taken taken their vote and approved them, are filed again with the Secretary of State within 20 days of adoption. And then from there, the AGO files a rule opinion to make sure that anything and stuff that we have agreed upon and put into rule and the board's accepted is not contrary to any statutes and stuff that are affected. So right now, and again, underlying tentative and stuff and that, we're hoping that to enter into the formal process and stuff after the holidays and that in early 2026. We'll at this point and stuff and that we have two formal meetings and stuff proposed with stakeholders in January and February. And these are before the board meetings and stuff and that, so that by design, so that when we go into when we're ready to go to rulemaking to the hearings and stuff and that, we're able to maybe meet and stuff before we go before the board, because there are certain deadlines for submittals and other things and stuff and that go along with the legal process and stuff there, and we'll outline those and stuff when we get to that point. At this point, the tentative rulemaking is set for March for construction materials. and April for Hard Rock. That may be moved up to February and March, or it could even be moved to April and May. We'll just see how things are going and stuff like that with the group, and we'll get consensus from the group, and that be to insurance stuff that everybody and stuff and that has time and stuff to prepare and stuff for this kind of thing. So DRMS contact information, and again, this will be on the website and that, but general questions and stuff, you can call the front desk at the front desk number, and they'll either forward it to myself or to Elliot and stuff. We'll see what's happening. If you have specific questions and stuff, or would like to schedule an individual stakeholder meeting, like I noted earlier, you can email me, or you can also reach out to Elliot Russell and stuff, who's again and stuff my right-hand person and stuff on this project. Our website and stuff, the web address and stuff is there. And when you pull up the web address and you go to the front page there, there's a bunch of banners and stuff there, but we're right underneath there. And that's where we're going to keep everything posted and stuff there. The latest comments, we'll have the redlined drafts and stuff and that are posted there and stuff for people to look at. And we'll go from there. On the website, there's actually a form and stuff in that. You can submit that, submit a comment and stuff in that to use, and that will download it into our spreadsheets and stuff in that. We're working out the final details and stuff there. The one most important thing is please try to keep it to one rule and be as specific as possible and stuff about your proposed edits, comments, or whatever. Also, I know we have some stakeholders and stuff who they'll get a complete copy of the red lines, and they will take a look at those and then submit that entire document back to us. That's fine and stuff. But we'll take information and stuff and that, your comments and stuff anyway, and stuff that you feel is the most comfortable and efficient for yourself. So with that, I just have
Hey Russ.
Yes.
Sorry to butt in here. It's Elliot. We've got a question in the chat. When do you anticipate making the proposed changes available online?
Okay, thanks, Elliot, and stuff in that. We are putting the last little touches and stuff on the red lines and stuff in that, and so they should be available early next week. Anybody who would like a copy of those red lines and stuff like that, please feel free to send a request and stuff in that should it go to the MLRB
_ submittals.
Yeah, Cammy's going to put it in the chat and stuff and that, but if you would like a copy of that, a complete copy of the red lines and stuff and that directly and stuff, otherwise we'll be posting that on the website and stuff sometime early next week. So that way you have time and stuff and that. The goal and stuff here, of course, is, like I said, the first meeting when stuff we'll be talking about rules 1 and 2. So maybe, you can take a look at those and be prepared for conversations and stuff in that in July. And if you have an opportunity, you can read forward and stuff. But the idea and stuff here is to give everybody enough time and stuff to read and absorb what we're proposing, so that you can have thoughtful conversation and stuff about that as we move forward. So does anybody have any questions or concerns or anything that they would like to bring up at this point? Gonna make it easy on me.
Quite group here.
Yeah. So yeah, and I do appreciate the turnout and stuff here. And like I said, as the process moves along and stuff, and that all of your comments and stuff and that are valuable as we move our way through this and that to try to reach our goals and stuff. So.
And I guess as people are thinking of questions, or maybe before we dismiss, introduce myself, Jeff Hugate. I'm the attorney for the division. There's some familiar names on the list here, a couple new folks. For those that have participated in DRMS rulemakings in the past, we're very much trying to follow the process we had success with last rulemaking, where we including definition of production and hard rock rules, and had some other hard rock specific changes. I think that's why we have kind of an extended informal process. I think there was a lot of benefit gained from having that kind of informal process the last go around. Lots of opportunity for conversations and for suggestions. When these draft red lines are published next week, you'll see that there's extensive red line in both sets of documents. I mean, we are cracking open both sets of regs, touching virtually every rule, I believe, in both sets as well. Very few of the changes are actually substantive. A lot of them are consistency changes to kind of align hard rock and construction materials. Lots of statutory changes where we're cutting and pasting in some of the new statutory language we have around 110Rs into hard rock. And so that's what we're hoping from this group, is that you can help us identify some of the substantive changes where there are maybe ways to improve the process, things that division staff and I haven't thought about. I think that's the benefit of these informal meetings, is to get good ideas from this group on how to kind of clean up these rules, modernize them, make them more user-friendly, to the extent we can do that.
Yeah.
Hey, Russ, there's another question.
What do we got?
So you sent copies of the red lines to those who signed up hold on. Let's see. And are attending the meeting today. That would be great.
Okay, well, yeah, I think we can take a look at the list of stuff that, and certainly and stuff in that, and do our best and stuff to get it out to everybody and stuff in that. We'll send that out next week when we post it on the website and stuff. But I think we can get that accomplished. So.
Okay, and then I got another one. Just to appreciate your efforts and look forward to the process. It worked well in the past. That's what all.
Yeah, and as Jeff pointed out, some of that it did work out well, and we met as a group, and we also met and stuff with individual stakeholders and stuff, because I know that there's conversations and stuff that one group may want to have and stuff and that on the site and stuff without the entire group, and that to express some concerns or issues. We're perfectly fine with that, and so that's why it's kind of spread out and allows us stuff an opportunity and stuff to meet with people and stuff as they need, as they feel needed.
And Miguel says I agree as well. Thank you for setting up these meetings.
Yeah. Thank you, Miguel. Yeah, that's had a nice tour and stuff with him yesterday and stuff up at Climax. So yeah, so anything else? No.
Well, I guess we can only hope that all of our meetings go this.
Yeah. I was just about ready to say the same thing and stuff. That I wasn't joking when I said I didn't think this one would be as long as the rest of them and stuff and that. So with that, we're actually going to take the extra time and stuff we have this morning and that to we'll be working on getting those red lines and stuff, the final little things and stuff we need to finish up there so we can get them out to you as quickly as possible. And like I said, the goal here and stuff is that you have enough time and stuff to take a look at rules 1 and 2 specifically, and you can look at the rest of it and stuff. But that's the focus and stuff of the July meeting and stuff will be rules 1 and 2. Rule 1 is where a lot of the changes and stuff are, and making sure we're codifying our processes and stuff, and also our electronic and modernization and stuff of how we're receiving information and that. So that'll be a big discussion and that. So we'll go from there. So, and if there are no other questions or comments and stuff in that, then I will release you guys back and stuff and give you back an hour and stuff to do something more productive. So thank you for your time.
Thanks all.